has dealt with mental health issues my entire life. I basically functionally depressed my entire life. I thought it was normal. We'll get into that story one day. But depressed, anxiety, stress, all the above. So I was talking to my vlog, I was ending it out, and I'm talking about how I just have this urgency from God to share my story. I'm scared to do it, but I know when you do something scared, that's when, the best things usually happen, because right over fear is like triumph, is like victory. So I'm just like, you know what, y'all, I'm scared. I don't really feel comfortable, but I feel like this urgency from God. When you feel an urgency from God, you can't ignore it. It's like every day you wake up and every thought is every thought is that. That's what I'm currently feeling. So basically, I decided I'm going to share my story from childhood trauma to relationship trauma to me healing and my mental health from the beginning to now. And it's very ironic that as soon as I uploaded that vlog that day, I put this community post up because I was feeling horrible. I honestly wanted to take the vlog down. I was like, why am I even posting my life? This is so cringe. Like, why am I doing this? No one cares. All of these thoughts are coming to my head. And I tell you, as someone who has been depressed majority of their life, this is how I knew I am. No, this is how I know I'm changing. Because in the past, I would have took all these thoughts and believed them. Okay? But what I did differently is I said, why am I thinking like, damn, like, hold up, like, or just I'm like, it's like I'm like, am I thinking these things? I'm like looking around like, why are we thinking like this? What, like, these are like the most negative, nasty thoughts. Like, you didn't experience any abuse, you didn't go through anything that serious. Why do you even want to say these things? Why do you even want to share these things? People are gonna get mad at you. I'm just like, damn. I'm just like, am I a third person in my own brain? Like, so then I'm sitting there, I'm journaling at night, and as I'm writing these things down, I'm just like, this is real negative. I'm laughing now, but I was real stressed then. Like, this is really negative. And I'm just like, I just said, I'm like, why? I'm just like, why when I just said, I feel like God needs me to do this, wants me to do this, is telling me to do this. Why would this happen? I'm like, oh, this is spiritual warfare. I'm like, oh, this is the enemy. This is the devil. Oh, shit. Because all my life, I've always had such negative thoughts like this. And I would believe them because I was so depressed at the time. And I'm just like, I had no sense of self. I had nothing. I didn't really believe in God in terms of how I do now. Like, I just went to church when I was younger. It wasn't deep like this. So now that I'm close to God, I listen to sermons and stuff, and I be thinking about the sermons be saying. I'm like, wait a second. They said when the devil gets nervous, he starts like going hard. Cause I'm like, the thoughts, I can't even explain to y'all the thoughts. Like, it literally felt like it was like a record playing in my head. Don't do this. Don't do this. Why shouldn't I do this? If I just said I feel like God wants me to do this, who is telling me not to do this? I'm just like, oh, okay. Because also I heard the devil gets nervous when you're on your way to your purpose, because I've always felt like this has been my purpose, and the closer that I've been getting into it, the more negative thoughts I've been having. But I still keep pushing through. I still keep posting. I still keep doing it, so it's not working, right? And I'm like, oh, this is spiritual warfare. It is when you are close, but the devil has to go hard, because he's like, oh shit, that small shit didn't work. I gotta stop cursing. He's like, that small stuff didn't work like it worked in the past. Like I told y'all, I used to believe the negative thoughts all the time. That's why I was so depressed. I used to think I can't, nothing good is for me. I don't deserve goodness. Now that I'm like, no, I do. I've been through hell and back, and I deserve all of that's coming my way. He's like, hold up. That used to work before, and it's not working now. What else can I do? Let me just rampage her mind. It's just not it. It's just not the same. I'm just not the same. And now that I genuinely have gotten closer to God, it's like, it's just not there no more. I don't even remember being that girl no more. So if you don't know what spiritual warfare is, that is so. If you are close to a goal and you ran into a hiccup in the road, that's the devil getting nervous, and I advise that you keep pushing. If you gotta cry it out at night, journal, pray, worship, do all of that, and wake up the next day and continue doing it, because that's how you know you're getting closer. You might as well say you're 95% there when the devil starts going crazy. When he starts going into your mind, going into your finances, effing up your car, doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff because he has nothing left. That he is trying to use every obstacle possible to get to you, and don't let him.